Ah, Smeg. Hello, future people. Jason the Bruce here with a video finally showing off some of the stuff that I pledged to paint months ago. Now, when the Skaven release for Age of Sigmar first shone its head, I went, nope, that's it. I'm finally going to build a Skaven army. And I did start. Now, the embarrassing thing about this is that this is a project that was started, that's, what, a year and a half ago? Like, this has been an embarrassingly long time. I haven't had a game with them yet because I kept on putting off finishing them. So about 2 or 3 months ago, I made a pledge to finish 2 full squads of clan rats, plus a whole heap of other random stuff that I threw in with them. I've not counted how many minis there were several times, and it seems to have grown and shrank several times, to the point where I think I overestimated how much was there. Or, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, today I'm going to show off everything for my Skaven that is completed. My pledge is finished. So, without further ado, I'm going to start showing off everything I've worked on. Starting with this. Now, Thankripper is probably one of my favourite Age of Sigmar models. Just purely because it's just a gorgeous model. Now, this was not part of the pledge. I finished this earlier, but I wanted to show off everything. Now, because this is a hero model, there is, of course, a strategic hero rock, that just makes him instantly more powerful, because it's a miniature, and therefore it must have a strategic hero rock. So, we'll put him in the back, because that makes sense. Now, you will have also seen this in the past, if you've been following for a while. This is the first thing I actually painted, I think. Oh, no, it's not. The next one is. I'm genuinely happy with all of this. Now, this is not all 100% finished, but it's to a tabletop standard that I'm happy with right now. This is the first model that I painted. There's no blue on this, which is kind of an issue, but I don't think there's really much I can do about it. Again, though, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And then we have some Storm Fiends. This is the most recent one that I finished. This was part of the pledge. Like I said, this is Tabletop. Now, I had deliberately left this blue undirtied because my theory was that it showed off how much dirtier everything else was. I may end up dirtying this up as well. I was making that decision later, but I do feel that it would be better if I dirty them up. Now, another one of... I think this is the other one that was part of the pledge, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I don't remember which order they were painted in. So there's a few little points here and there that I need to pick out and stuff. But for a tabletop standard, I'm very happy. Like I said, there is absolutely no reason why this should have taken me so long. It's just been a matter of... real life has been hard lately, so... Working shift work makes stuff like this a little bit difficult. This is my custom Claw Lord. This banner here was originally on his back. Originally connected there from memory. Might be a bit of a pain on the tabletop, but I do like how it looks. Warlock bombardier. This is one that definitely needs to be dirtied up a little. I need to get some more strong tone because I've officially emptied it. Now, this is an older model. I don't think this is represented in the rules yet. Again, I have not done the poweriness of this. I'm going to do that up a little later. I've left that quite deliberately at this stage. I suspect that's going to be another Claw Lord. It might be one of the... It actually could work for the Bombardier a little bit. He's a little bit too small to be the Bombardier. I'm actually thinking he might be one of the Engineer guys. But this is another random hero-ish. This is one of the random ones that I kind of threw in at the last minute for reasons. This is an extra clan rat because I threw random stuff in at the last minute. Let's get to the mind-numbing part of this. So again, these are a tabletop standard. I have painted better than this, but at the same time, I needed to find a way to get them on the tabletop. So I definitely want to do another layer of highlights on these skins eventually, but it's done. I also need to pick those spears out, I've realised. But rather than showing them all off, I might just start lining them up. Very gross looking flag bearer. Shields wise, I've tried to make the shields feel like they're a bit random. None of them are very clean looking. They're all kind of dirty-ish. Some of them have clean wood grain. Some of them look like they've been painted. Some look like they're pure metal. I've tried to make it look like they're scrap. Because it's Skaven, and that's kind of what Skaven do. I think he might be the sergeant of the squad by the look of it. So, that's one full unit. So this is clan rats with something spears. I mean, yeah, anyway, whatever they are. And these are the clan rats with rusty blades. So these are all pretty much at the same level at this point. Let's... I need to wait for my new arm to arrive. Filming this sort of stuff is quite difficult with the current setup that I have. They're all walking in the same filth that everybody else is. This clan rat kit is a very old kit. Like, super old. These clan rats have been around for donkey's years. But I really do like this kit. There's lots of different weapons. It feels very Skaven-ish. This is one of the box sets that I really feel like they don't need to redo. Which says a lot, because there's a lot of kits that they need to relook at. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that I started this, and there's been like multiple changes since then, I'm not 100% sure if this is still correct. But at the time when I started this, the rusty blades, or the whatever spear things they were relatively sameish on the tabletop. Realistically, they're just clan rats. I don't think it really matters that much. So, personally, if I had somebody turn up to the table with this and they wanted to say, look, I know that these are spears, but they're just the rusty blades, or vice versa, I wouldn't personally have a problem with that. At this particular point in time, though, I could 100% have a game here. I actually have enough to play a game, which could not have been said until very recently. Let's move this little clan rat up in here, because that's what he is. Put the Claw Lord with the other guys. So yeah, there you go. That's my Skaven for the moment. I'm not 100% sure how many points this is. I do have a lot more Skaven to go. I've got at least 2 more boxes of clan rats to do. I've got another full box of these, which are going to be done up with the other weapons, so that I have one of each. And again, look, I've just kind of made them up so that they're one of each. I mean, these are legal according to the rules. I'm not really a huge WYSIWYG person, though. I am going to build them so that they're all individual, but how I play with them is another question. Pride-wise, I still think that's easily the best of the lot, I think. The only other difference, if you're looking closely, the bases on these guys have rock underneath amongst the filth that they're standing in, which I haven't done for the clan rats, because it's just not worth it on that base size. I haven't done it on any of these, because for that base size it just wasn't worth it. But so it's not quite the 60 to 70 models that I thought that I'd done. But the pledge is finished. I think it was originally 33. But I completed both of these, which pushed it up for 40. He wasn't originally in the pledge. None of these heroes were originally in the pledge. They all got added, as did the flag bearer. These 3 at the back are not part of the pledge. They were done beforehand. One of these was already done. I think it was this guy. Those 2 were part of the pledge. He was about halfway finished when I did the pledge, from memory. I think I'd done part of the skin and that was it. But given where I started, and given the struggles with motivation, I'm kind of really happy with how this has come out. So, as I said, that's it. The pledge itself is done. You've now seen where everything is up until this point with my Skaven army. There is still more to do, obviously. I do have more Storm Fiends, I have more Clan Rats. I have the big demon-y rat guy, the Vermin Lord. I have Wolf Rats. I have Rat Ogres. I have quite a bit left to do. But the pledge itself is done. I have an army that I can actually put on the tabletop. And actually, actually experience how the game works. At this point, the original plan was that the next thing I was going to do was quickly rush through my Frostgrave. because I wanted to get those ready for games that we were preparing. After the way that things went with New Year's Eve on my end, I am going to put them on hold. At this particular point in time, I'm stepping away from that, not because of the game itself, but because of other reasons. I think the next thing I'm going to be painting up is going to be my Blood Angels. Oh, I've got Super Fantasy Brawl too. I'd like to at least get some basic colour down on the Super Fantasy Brawl stuff, maybe. They're not going to be painted up to a tabletop standard. I just want to get them painted up so that they're recognisable as models. And that it's not just hard plastic. So it'll be one or the other. Probably a mixture of both. I don't have to concentrate on one thing or the other now. I'd like to at least get a test model done for my Blood Angels, so that I can see if the idea I have in my head for the paint scheme works or not. So, paint-wise, that's probably my next project. In the comments, let me know what you've been up to hobby-wise, if you've been struggling with motivation, and until next time, play more games.